And then this is a question that we normally finish with people that come on the BioHub. So if you were to have dinner with two people, past or present, who would they be and why?
Oh boy, all right, I'll get a little philosophic here. I mean, I think maybe two things. One's maybe a little bit unconventional, but the first one, I wouldn't mind sitting down and having a nice meal with George Merck. So George W. Merck, when he helped start, I grew up in the Merck organization, and he had a saying, "Medicines for the people, not the profits." And if you remember that, the profits always will follow. And the foundational discipline that he built in the company, and that kind of legacy, 100 plus, 130 plus years, to have that kind of imprint on the culture of a company around innovation and technology, and taking care of people is just was huge for me in the early part of my career, and I wouldn't mind just breaking bread. He passed away, obviously, I think 40 some odd years or so ago, but be interested in just sharing a meal with George Merck. I think that would be kind of fun. The second one, and maybe it'd be a bit of a buffet style kind of big meal.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having dinner with a bunch of the patient number ones in our clinical trial. Tom, it's always been amazed to me in this journey that I've been on building early stage companies, that there's always the first patient that you cross over from animal models into patients, especially with us with eyesights and injection in the eye. And you just think about the discussion of a bold clinical researcher with a patient that's saying, "Hey, this is your patient number one on putting this drug into humans." And having been around those dialogues, to know that it's usually the patient's acknowledgement that, at the end of the day, this may not help me, but if it can help my kids or my grandkids or the generations to follow, I'm all in. I wouldn't mind breaking bread with a few of those in our own clinical trials and just saying thanks, number one, and just getting to know them, because that's the brass tacks on research. It's got to move forward, and it takes bold researchers and bold patients and courageous patients to kind of sign up. So I don't know, maybe that last group would be, at least in my case, 3 or 4 people that
Yeah.
we've had number ones in those trials, and just say thanks and have a good meal.